The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Danny Shelton able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. The 30. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Keenum. Being chased out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh, boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now Saquon Barkley, and the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run with Barkley, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He sets to fire deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Detroit! Over! Gun!
On 2nd down, Rosen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Toward the sideline. And did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Fuller with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Down.
On first down, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fuller. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw, it's Keenum. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Keenum throwing on second. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Keenum to throw. And he's going to go down again. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes off. All the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
4 down. Check.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Look at the dance and the juke. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Going deep for Hopkins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 40 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting A great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen to Barkley on the check down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check. 3 down. Gun.
Again, it's Rosen. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. Forced out to his left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals add on. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Keenum now to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, orange.
On second down, here's Keenum. Flush to his right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Roger.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Gun! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A handoff to Barkley. And an alley to run. And down he'll go at the 25. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going deep for Hopkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Keenum. They'll roll him out right. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
53, 22.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Flushed out right. Caught on the slant. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So we've come to halftime after a and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
52, 57's down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Rosen rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got it.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Hassan Reddick in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap for Keenum. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's letting this one go for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Arizona. 62 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to take a shot for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Lockett the return. Tyler Lockett.
Let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point good by Catanzaro. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You admit.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Rosen, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it, and got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's letting this one. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Fuller, 38 yards. And the Cardinals add on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Lockett the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Down.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Keenum. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week, he hit on right at 50%. This week, he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is.
Let's go.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie? And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Robert Kimdichie in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Ohio!
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 4 down.
And this time, Rosen will throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Lucky 56.
Fourth down. Here's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Keenum. Flush to his right. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Dancing to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball,
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that'll be incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Keenum got to have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Cardinals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The give is to Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Lucky 56. Gone! Check.
And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Detroit! Over!
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back on day 1, they said they were capable of winning 10 games this year. They said that in this locker room. They were right. This makes it an even 10.
And typically, if you win 10, it puts you right in the hunt for the playoffs. It doesn't ensure it, but 10 wins, an excellent goal for any team before a season.
So that'll do it for us.